Here we are. We back again for NFL Week 16 matchups, my matchups and predictions. I'm gonna go and jump right into it. So I got the Giants and the Falcons. I'm gonna say the Giants is gonna beat the Falcons 14-24. Nope, I'm tripping. My bad. I'm tired. My bad, y'all. Jesus, I'm not that dumb. The Falcons is gonna beat the Giants 24-14. So yeah, the Giants is gonna lose to the Falcons 14-24. So the next one I got the Browns versus the Bengals. I think the Bengals obviously is gonna, well, not obviously, because the Browns they do freaking play matchup very well against the Bengals. They're very familiar with the Bengals. They play very well against the Bengals. But I'm gonna say the Bengals is gonna win this game 32-12. The Eagles versus the Commanders. I said that the Eagles is gonna win this game 29-20. 29-20. We got the Rams versus the Jets. The Rams, I said the Rams is going to win this game 34-22. And then we got the Lions versus the Bears. I actually kind of struggled with this one because I think the Bears, they match up very well against the Lions, actually. And the Lions, their defense is not very, it's kind of been bad lately. The Bears defense hasn't been that good either, but it hasn't been that terrible. I think that the Bears, their offense, they have the type of offense that can go off at any moment during the game. They still have, even though Caleb Williams is not living up to expectations, they still have a lot of firepower and they still have the potential to put up points. And then with the Lions, depending on who their opponent is. With that being said, now the Lions' defense has not been well at all really lately, and that's because they've been having a lot of injuries. I think the Bears can take advantage of that. I believe they can. I don't think the Bears is just throwing in the white towel and just giving up and not going to play hard on every game and finish out this season at least on a good note. I think the Bears is probably going to be one of those teams that had a terrible season this year. They're going to be like, all right, let's win out for the rest of the season. Let's see if we can win our last 3 games. I think so. I think the Bears is going to be surprisingly very well prepared for the Lions. Now, at least I hope so. But with all that being said, I said the Bears is going to beat the Lions 27-25. And I thought about that for a second. I was like, I thought about it. But that's going to be one of my bold predictions. It's not going to be an upset. I don't like using upsets in the NFL. Any team can be any team in the NFL. But that's a bold prediction, 27-25. So we'll see. I'm going to be looking forward to that game to see how right and accurate I can be on that game. Next game, Titans Colts. So I said the Titans is going to lose to the Colts. The Titans is going to lose to the Colts 20-24. And I think the Chargers, they need the Titans to win this game. They need the Titans to win. They need the Titans in the let's see. Yeah, they need the Titans and the 49ers to win for them to clinch their division, for them to clinch their playoff spot. I believe so. But yeah, I said the Titans was going to lose to the Colts 20-24. And then so we got the Cardinals versus the Panthers. I said the Cardinals was going to beat the Panthers 33-29. And then we got the Vikings and the Seahawks. I said the Vikings was going to beat the Seahawks 30-24. And then we got the Patriots against the Bills. I said the Bills was going to beat the Patriots 27-12. The Bills is going to beat the Patriots 27-12. And then we got the Jaguars and the Raiders. I said the Jaguars is going to lose to the Raiders 10-14. So the Raiders is going to win 14-10. And then we got the 49ers and the Dolphins. I said the 49ers is going to beat the Dolphins 23-20. So based on my logic, the Chargers are not going to clinch their playoff spot on Sunday. They'll clinch it on next Saturday after they beat the Patriots. Because I don't see the Dolphins beating the 49ers. I don't see that. So yeah, 23-20, even though the Dolphins are at home. Okay, we got the Sunday Night Football. Prime time. We got the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. This is actually going to be a pretty good game. I mean, especially with the Cowboys, their defense has been playing pretty well lately. Defense has been kind of stepping up, but the Buccaneers, I think the Buccaneers offense, they're just going to be too much firepower for the Cowboys, and Cooper Rush is not going to do much against Todd Bowles. So I said that the Buccaneers is going to beat the Cowboys 35-20. Monday Night Football, Packers versus Saints. Another time, another team this game is just lopsided. I don't see the Saints beating the Packers. I don't see the Saints holding up much of competition. I believe the Cowboys is going to hold up a little bit more of a competition than the Buccaneers. Hence why I said the Cowboys is going to put up 20 points. But they were still going to lose by 15 because of Buccaneers offense. Same thing with the Packers. The Packers, the Packers, they have a pretty good offense. They're a very underrated team. And, they're slept on. But as I said the Packers was going to put up 35 points as well on Monday Night Football. And they're going to beat the Saints 35-12. So, yeah, 35-12, Packers versus the Saints. So, those are all my predictions. And before I close out, I just want to see let me see, do I need to go over anything, like any special notes or anything on these games? Let's see here. Not that I know of. Let's see. Anything I want to look into? NFL. I don't think so. Let's see. The Giants are trying to avoid a franchise record of 10 straight loss. Malik Neighbors is 99 yards away from being a 1,000-yard receiver, 2 catches for passing Saquon Barkley and Odell Beckham Jr. for most receptions by rookie in franchise history. Neighbors, he has 90 catches. He has a shot at Puka Nakua's NFL rookie record for 105. Okay, so Neighbors, he had a pretty good season this year. Let's see here. It's Falcons storyline to watch. Let's see. All eyes is definitely going to be on how Micah Penix Jr. is going to play well for the Falcons. Let's see. Michael Penix trained with Ray McCloud III in the offseason. The two have developed pretty good chemistry. Bijan Robinson, he's 1 touchdown away from being the first Falcon player with 1,000 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns in the season since Devontae Freeman was a phenomenal running back since 2016. Let's see here. Is there anything else I would like to go over? Nope, not on that game. Lions, Bears, anything I want to go on this, over on this? Unfortunately, David Montgomery, he's out. That sucks. The Lions, they have an injury. They have a league high of 21 players currently on the IR list, including David Montgomery. Who is their strength and conditioning coach? Like, God, that's terrible. Montgomery, he suffered a torn MCL, and let's see, they're going to have to lean on Jamar Gibbs. Okay. Chicago are they're on a streak of 8 losses, 8 straight losses. Yep. Let's see here. The Bears' 8 straight losses are tied for the second longest losing streak in franchise history, and the longest since losing 14 consecutive games in 2022 and 2023. Yeah, it's terrible season for the Bears. Now, with a win, the Lions' chances at the number 1 seed in the NFC improved to 65%. With a loss, they fall to 26%. So the Lions is definitely going to want to come out on top in this game, but I had predicted them to lose. Let's see. What do you think with the Bengals and the Browns and the Bengals? Yep, the Browns are turning to Deron Thompson Robinson. He was a 2023 5th-round pick, and he'll make his 4th career start on Sunday. Jameis Winston is being benched. Thompson Robinson, he has thrown 7 interceptions to only 1 touchdown already. That's terrible. Let's see here. Myles Garrett has sacked Joe Burrow 9 times, the most of any opponent in Burrow's career. Let's see. Burrow has a 72 QBR in every Bengals loss this season. That's the second best mark since the metric was first calculated in 2006. Ben Roethlisberger had a 76 QBR in 6 losses in 2018. Okay. So any chance for the Bengals to make the postseason rides on this game. They will be eliminated from playoff contention with their loss to the Browns, and they currently hold the 9th best odds at 6%. So Bengals can't lose this game. I predict them to win this game, but the Browns match up very well against the Bengals. So Bengals could be upset this Sunday. Titans, Colts. Is there anything I want to go over with this? Calvin Ridley needs 221 receiving yards to reach the 1,000-yard mark. He didn't register a reception in the first meeting with the coach, despite being targeted 8 times by then starter Will Levis. So Will Levis is not playing. Mason Rudolph will be the quarterback this time. Okay. Calvin Ridley had a season high of 143 receiving yards. That came with him when Mason Rudolph threw to him when they played against the Lions. Let's see here. The Colts, they entered this week ranked 28th in yards allowed per game, in their lowest mark since 2017 when they finished 4-12. Okay. Somehow they rank better in scoring defense at 21st with 23.5 points per game. Let's see here. Tony Pollard, he needs 85. Surprisingly, Tony Pollard has actually, not surprisingly, but on the low, Tony Pollard had a pretty solid year this year with the Titans. He needs 85 scrimmage yards to reach 1,300 for the third straight season. He would join Derrick Henry as the only players to reach that mark in each of the past 3 seasons. So low-key, Tony Pollard, he has been very productive. Very productive. It's just Will Levis is so terrible. You know, you just don't really think of the Titans. See, nothing else. Okay, the Colts were eliminated for playoff contention. They were eliminated after the Chargers defeated the Broncos on Thursday night. So the Titans still have something on the line, as their current 39% chance at a top 5 pick will improve with a win. So yeah. So the Colts they're out. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Nope. Rams, Jets. Anything I want to go over with this game? This is the 18th time starting quarterbacks Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers will face each other, which will be tied for the 5th most among starting quarterbacks in the Super Bowl era, including playoffs. So they are very well. They played against each other a lot. Rodgers has won 13 of them, but Stafford might have the upper hand in this time, since the Jets have won only twice in their past 11 games. Yeah. Rodgers needs 2 touchdown passes to become only the 5th player in NFL history to hit the 500 mark. Wow. He's playing his best ball of the year, having thrown for 628 yards, 4 TDs, and 0 interceptions in his past 2 games. He's starting to get a little better towards the end of the year. I'm pretty sure I think the Jets is going to probably bring him back. I personally wouldn't if I was the GM. Or, you know what? I thought about this too. I would bring Rodgers back, but I would draft a quarterback to sit under Rodgers and to learn under Rodgers for a year. And then after that, I'll let Rodgers walk. That's what I would do. Because I don't like Rodgers that much, but he's still he's still a Hall of Famer, and he's still a quarterback that a young quarterback can learn from. So if the Jets have a chance of getting a quarterback, a good quarterback, it'll be good for them to draft one. It'll be good for them to draft one, keep Rodgers. That's what I would do. So let's see here. The Jets' offense has produced 58 points and 802 yards, which are its most in back-to-back games this season. The Rams are looking to become the first team in NFL history to make the playoffs in back-to-back seasons after being 3 games under 500 at some point in the year. Wow, that's remarkable. That's great coaching, Sean McVay. That's great coaching. Because I think about it, I was like, man, the Rams lose a hell of a lot for them to make the playoffs. A lot. Because last year they was losing a lot, and they ended up making the playoffs. Now the same thing for the Rams this year. It's crazy. So, let's see here. The Rams currently have a 54% chance to make playoffs and 53% chance to win NFC West. Those chances improved to 65% and 64% respectively with a win, and they fall to 43 and 42% respectively with a loss. Okay. Eagles, Commanders. Anything I want to go over this game? Hurts has 14 rushing touchdowns, which is the most in NFL and tied for the third most by a quarterback through a season in NFL history. Wow, it's an interesting stat. He had 15 in 2023, with Josh Allen matched in the same year for the second most ever. Jalen Hurts loved rushing them. He loved getting them rushing touchdowns, boy. He loved getting them rushing touchdowns like a running back. The Eagles can lock up the NFC East title with a win. If the Commanders win, they need the Falcons to lose, as well as losses by either the Rams or Seahawks to make the postseason. Yeah, so the Commanders on Sunday, they're going to need the Falcons in the Rams and the Seahawks to lose. If they win, that happens, they make the playoffs. But the Rams is not going to lose. And I predicted the Falcons to win as well. I think I predicted the Seahawks to lose. So, but I don't see the Rams losing. So that's just not going to happen. They're going to keep winning. They got to win out. All right, let's see. Cardinals, Panthers, anything to go over with this game? No. The Panthers will be without their best defensive lineman, Ashawn Robinson. He's out with a knee. This unit already ranks last in NFL against the run. The Panthers do. And they also lost 2 more linebackers to IR, Trevin Wallace and Claudine Cherilus. So that's not good news for the Panthers. But they lost, the Panthers would clinch 5 or fewer wins for the 5th time in the past 6 seasons. Before 2019, the franchise had only 3 seasons with 5 or fewer wins since they played their first NFL season in 1995. They've always been a terrible franchise. Always been. Outside of the years Cam Newton was there. Let's see. The Cardinals are a game back of the Rams and Seahawks for first place in the NFC West. Arizona enters Sunday with a 14% chance to win the division. All right, let's see. Vikings, Seahawks. Anything I want to talk about in this game? The Vikings, their defense is tied in the NFL for most sacks. The Seahawks have given up the league's 3rd most sacks. The Vikings has 42, and the Seahawks has given up 47. Under defensive coordinator Brian Flores, the Vikings are blitzing on a league high of 39% of opponents' dropbacks. Geno Smith has the 9th best QBR against the blitz, but will have his unusual ability to evade rushers and extend plays Sunday. But he will not. Smith, okay, I don't want to talk about that. The Seahawks are 3-5 at home this season, and a loss will mark their most home losses in a season since 2008, when they finished 2-6. Though the Vikings have clinched a playoff spot, the Seahawks currently hold a 36.2% chance to make the postseason. Seattle's odds increases to 54.6% with a win and decreases to 23.3% with a loss. Okay. Patriots, Bills. Anything to talk about in this game? Nope. The Bills have a chance to become the first team to score 30-plus points in 9 straight games. A team has never done that. They have a chance to do it against the Patriots. And did I predict the Bills to put up 30 points against the Patriots? Let's see. What was my predictions? I said the Bills was going to put up 27. So I said they weren't going to do it in 9 straight games. So let's see. That'll be something to watch out too. Look out for it tomorrow. To see if the Bills can put up 30 points against New England. I said 27, so let's see. It'll be funny if the Bills actually lose. It'll be funny if the Bills actually put up 30 points, but they lost. That won't happen. I don't see New England putting up more than 30 points on the Bills. It'll be funny if that happened. So let's see here. Drake May has a passing touchdown in 6 consecutive games entering Sunday. One more would tie Jim Plunkett at 1971 for the longest streak by a rookie in franchise history. That's awesome. Drake May, he's really young, and he's looking like he can be that franchise quarterback for the New England. That's great. I love that. That's awesome. That's good for Drake May. He's doing that with very little weapons. So imagine you get him a good offensive coordinator and you get him some weapons, man. He's gonna be solid. The Bills are in a fight with the Chiefs for the number 1 seed. Buffalo chances increases to 25% what they win and fall to 3.6% what they lost. The Patriots' odds at the number 1 pick climbs to 30% what they lost. Jags, Raiders. Is there anything I want to go over with this game? Not really. I mean, these teams. The Jaguars have given up a league high of 89 explosive plays. They've also given up 16 touchdowns on those plays, which is tied with Cleveland for the most. This is a good matchup for the Raiders, who rank 22nd in the NFL with 44 offensive plays of 20 or more yards. Yeah, I predicted the Raiders to win this game. With only 6 catches in the Raiders' past 2 games, Brock Bowers has fallen to 4th in the NFL with 90 receptions. He was leading the league 2 weeks ago. That's remarkable. So, despite their quarterback issues, he needs 32 more yards to be the 3rd rookie tight end to eclipse 1,000 receiving yards in NFL history, joining Mike Ditka and Kyle Pitts. And he's facing a Jaguars team that has the worst pass defense in the league. They give up 264.3 yards per game. If the Raiders lose out in their final 3 games, they will tie their longest losing streak in franchise history, which they lost 13 straight in 1962. So, after this week, the Raiders faces the Saints and the Chargers to end the season. This matchup can drastically improve or hurt both teams' chances at the number 1 pick. So these teams, I guess, is fighting for the number 1 pick. The Raiders' odds at the selection increased to 30% what they lost and decreased to 2% what they win. The Jaguars' chances climb to 11% what they lost and fall to less than 1% what they win. Let's see here. We've got the 49ers, Dolphins. Is there anything I want to go over with this? Tyreek Hill is averaging 12 yards per reception this season. That's the 3rd lowest total of his career. Tyreek Hill is obviously having an off year. Isaac Guerrero, he's out. He's doubtful with a hamstring. So the Dolphins have a great run defense. The Dolphins have allowed only one of their past 8 opponents to crack 100 rushing yards. It's going to be a rude awakening for the 49ers to get the ball running, because they are already struggling in the run game anyway. Miami has given up an NFL best of 83.3 rushing yards per game since losing to Green Bay. San Francisco might have to rely more on Brock Purdy, whose breakout game came against the Dolphins in 2022. Tua has the 4th most passing touchdowns and 3rd most passing yards in the NFL since returning from a concussion in Week 10. The Dolphins will be eliminated from playoff contention with a loss after the Chargers' Thursday night win. The 49ers will miss the postseason with a loss or be eliminated by 7 other scenarios involving wins by other NFC teams. So, these teams are fighting. These teams, neither one of these teams, and the moral of the story, neither one of these teams can afford a loss. I predicted the 49ers to beat the Dolphins, so on Sunday the Dolphins will be eliminated. Buccaneers, Cowboys, is there anything I want to go over with this game? The Buccaneers' run game has dramatically improved. The Cowboys are giving up 136.1 rushing yards per game, which is the fourth worst in the league. And they have surrendered 43 total touchdowns as a defense, which is the 3rd most in the league. If the Cowboys lose, it will be their 7th loss of the season at AT&T Stadium, their most since 2015. They also have a chance to match the franchise record for most home losses in a season, which they were 0-8 in 1989. So let's see here. A loss for the Cowboys would clinch their first losing season since Coach Mike McCarthy went 6-10 in his first year in 2020. They haven't had multiple losing seasons under a single head coach since going 5-11 in 3 straight seasons from 2000 and 2002 with Dave Campbell. The Buccaneers' chances to win the NFC South increases to 93% with a win and fall to 68% with a loss. The Cowboys would be eliminated for playoff contention with a loss or a Washington win. So I said the Cowboys was going to lose this game anyway. So did I say the Commanders is going to win? Did I say the Commanders is going to win? No, I did not. It was playing the Eagles. I said they was going to lose to the Eagles 29-20. So, yeah, the Cowboys, based on my logic, the Cowboys is going to be eliminated either way. They're going to be eliminated regardless. Period. They're going to be eliminated tomorrow. So, we'll see, though. It'll be funny if they're still alive. All right, Monday Night Football, Saints, Packers. Anything to go with this game? Let's see. Taysom Hill is still out. And they might not have Alvin Kamara, the Saints. And the Saints could start Spencer Rattler because Derek Carr has been out with their fractured hand. Let's see here. Jordan Love is 2-0 when the temperature is 32 degrees or lower, which helps as it could be snowing on Monday. When it comes to late season contests overall, Coach Matt LaFleur also has the best December-January record of 23-5 in the NFL since 2019. I mean, it's Green Bay. They're a cold team. They're a winter team. They prevail in cold weather. That's their power, especially if you go and play in Green Bay. The Saints have played only 18 games at 32 degrees or below at kickoff. They have won the past 3, including a game against the Broncos in 2022 when it was 6 degrees. But New Orleans, they're out from their weapons. So New Orleans, surprisingly, they have only played 18 games, but they have won the past 3 with 32 degrees or below. But, I mean, that's just a coincidence. They're not going to win this game. The Packers are averaging 6.6 yards after catch per reception this season, which is 30 in the NFL. Like I said, the Packers, I mean, they're a very underrated NFC team, and their offense is elite, man. It's good. It's great. It's good. It's good. Kind of great. You know, Jordan Love is doing his thing. The Saints defense is giving up 6.2 yards after catch per reception this season, 3rd highest in the NFL. So, the Packers match up very well against the Saints. The Packers can secure their spot as the 3rd NFC North team in the playoffs through multiple scenarios. The easiest path is by winning Sunday. Otherwise, Green Bay will need a Falcons loss to pair with either a loss by the Rams or the Seahawks. All right. That's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to see if I needed to go over anything for you guys for that game, just to look out for some things to know going into tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll close on that, and I hope you have a great day, and we're looking forward to another great NFL Sunday, week 16. This season is closing up, and hey, we'll be back soon. I'll give you my Sunday. I'll be traveling, so I'll probably just do it on my phone, maybe. We'll see. But I'll give you my Sunday recap, and let you know what I think about the games. And we'll be back soon.